We're back. It's that time of the week. I'm Marcus Bronzy.
And I am Nick Bright.
It's time for another episode of
Punishment.
It's Punishment, baby.
Whoa.
Do you recognise this song?
I do, but I can't place it.
You wouldn't steal a car.
Ah! It's the fact music.
Bruv!
The Federation Against Copyright Theft.
That's the one, man!
Oh.
Come on! It's a tune, bruv. Anyway, welcome back. This is The Punishment, where you send in your jokes, you punish us with your puns, and all sorts, man. howtokill.com/jokes is where you have been sending your not Halloween jokes anymore, please.
Stop.
Thank you. Yeah, that's it really, man. So yeah, once again, howtokill.com/jokes if you want to get your jokes in. Nick, are you ready to go?
Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
It's time for us to go, bruv. Time for another punishment, bruv. All right, let's go, man.
All right, me. Here we go then. So, a man goes to the world's best matchmaker looking for a wife. Is this about me? Okay, I was just checking. They find him a woman. 3 months later, divorce. All right, second try. New wife. 6 months later, divorce. Third woman. She lasts 1 month. Divorce. The writing's on the wall here, bro. But anyway, the matchmaker finally pulls one of the women aside and says, "Come on, what's the problem with this man?" The woman goes, "It's intimate." He insists, No, you can tell me. Come on. What is it? She says, "Listen, his private parts smell like an onion. I can't go near him." The matchmaker thinks for a bit and goes, "No problem. I've got the perfect girl, Victoria. She's an osmic. Can't smell a thing." She sets them up. They get married. A week later, Victoria storms back in and says, "I want a divorce." The matchmaker's shocked. "What? It can't be the smell. You don't even have a sense of smell." Victoria goes, "Yeah, it's not the smell. It's the tears."
That's really good. Onion dick. Right. A man walks into a bar and orders a drink. He notices there are pieces of meat tied to the ceiling of the bar, so he asks the barman what they're for. The barman says, "Look, if you can jump up and pull down one of those, you'll get free beer all night, and if you fail, you have to give me £100. The barman goes, "Do you want to have a go?" The man goes, "I would do, but I think I'm going to leave it this time. The stakes are too high." Fucking shit.
How high's the ceiling?
So no, high stakes, bruv. It's a high stakes game.
That barman should have gave him the lamb chop.
Yeah, man.
The lamb chop. Anyway.
Oi!
Shocking from me, wasn't it?
Butchered that one there.
Yeah,
mate.
I really did.
Yeah,
well done.
Yeah,
that was good. I made a real pig's ear.
Oi! That was cracking.
That's enough. Right. Here we go.
By the way, this is spelt like this to kind of get around the algo a bit, so that it's a spelling mistake.
All right. 3 men are sentenced to death. All of them are scheduled to be executed on the same day. The first man walks in the room and is told he has a choice: hanging or the electric chair. Terrible choice, to be honest. I thought it was going to be milkshake or, ice cream.
High five or a spot, yeah.
Oh, dear. The man thinks for a bit and decides that the chair is probably less painful and quicker. So the guards strap him down to the chair. The man says his final words, ready to die, and the chair is turned on. And nothing happens. There's just a few sparks coming out of the fuse box, and the man is still alive. Seeing that this is a sign of God, the man is pardoned from all his crimes and released from prison. On his way out, he walks past the second man and quickly whispers to him, "Hey, the electric chair's broken." The second man enters the execution chamber and is given the same choice: hanging or the chair. He obviously chooses the chair, and just as it happened before, the chair doesn't work again. Being a sign from God again, the second man gets a pardon and is released from prison. On his way out, he sees the third man and whispers to him, "Hey, the chair is broken." The third silly sow enters the execution chamber and is given the same choice as the others: hanging or the chair. The man is asked what he chooses, and after a quick look at the chair, he says, "Well, hanging, of course. That fucking chair is broken."
A bear, a moose and a fox and a snail are all playing cards around a table. Suddenly the bear let out a roar and said, "Guys, I'm hungry. Who's going to go and buy me some candy or meat or whatever?" The moose shook his head and nodded towards the fox, who slammed his little paw on the table and said, "Why me? Why can't a wolf do it?" Whilst they're debating who would go and get the refreshments, the snail bravely interrupted the conversation and said, "Listen, guys, there's no reason to fight. I'll give it a go." The bear smiled and handed the snail a few rolled up dollars from his pockets. "Thanks, man. I appreciate it. While you're at it, buy yourself something to drink, will ya?" The snail winked and grabbed his money and started to briskly make his way to the door. Half an hour went by, an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. At last the bear snapped and dropped his cards and said, "You know what? I think that little bastard took my money and left." A small yet fierce scream came from the door. "If you're going to start insulting me, I'm not leaving at all." It's a bit of a slow burner, that one, but we got it in the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. You think your life is hard? No one's life is harder than a penis's. He wakes up stiff every morning. His hair's always a mess. The person closest to him always beats him. His roommates are nuts. And the next door neighbour's an asshole.
Poor little guy. Poor little guy. The teacher asked his class, "If you had one wish, what would it be?" Everyone's giving sweet answers like world peace, helping the poor, making my mum happy. Little Johnny raises his hand and says, "I wish I was a billionaire like my dad." The teacher smiles and goes, "Oh wow, Johnny, your dad's a billionaire." Johnny shakes his head. "Nope, but he wishes he was." I can relate to that. I can relate to that, bro.
Oh, tight Johnny's dad. Keep grinding, bro.
Yeah.
Sam, Skylar and Silly Sal get caught stealing and are sentenced to the firing squad. Well, there's a lot of execution in these jokes this week.
Yeah, killers, bro.
Wow. How to kill us an hour.
Yeah.
The guards line them up. Sorry. I'll go for the top.
You go for it, bro. I love it. It's wonderful.
Sam, Skylar and Silly Sal get caught stealing and are sentenced to the firing squad. The guards line them up. Sam's first. Just as they're about to shoot, Sam yells, "Earthquake!" Everyone panics, runs, and Sam escapes. Next is Skylar. Skylar smirks, waits for the guns to rise and shouts, "Tornado!" The guards scatter and Skylar runs away too. Finally, it's Silly Sal's turn. The guards aim. Sal grins big and shouts, "Fire!" Sorry, Silly Sal.
Silly Sal, man. Right. A cunning businessman walks into a bank in New York City and asks for a loan. He goes, "I'd like $5,000 for 2 weeks." The loan officer says, "All right, sir, but we need some form of collateral." The man nods, hands over his keys to a brand new Ferrari parked outside the bank. The loan officer and the whole staff can't believe it. They drive the Ferrari into the underground garage laughing. 2 weeks later, the man comes back, hands them $5,000 plus $20 in interest. The loan officer's confused. "Sir, you're clearly quite wealthy. Why did you need to borrow $5,000? The man smiles and says, "Where else in New York can I park safely for 2 weeks for only $15 to $20? Hey!
I mean, it's a good point. That's
It
smart.
is, man. It's smart,
That's
bro. Smart.
A three-legged dog walks into a saloon. I like this already. His spurs clinking as he walks. His six-shooter slapping at his furry hip. He bellies up to the bar, stares down the bartender, and proclaims, "I'm looking for the man who shot my paw."
God's sake. Right. A small boy asks his dad, "Daddy, what's politics?" Dad says, "Well, son, let me try and explain it to you this way. I'm the breadwinner of the family, so you can call me capitalism. Your mother, she's the administrator of the money, so we'll call her the government. We're here to take care of your needs, so we'll call you the people. The nanny, we'll consider her the working class. And your baby brother, we'll call him the future. Now think about that and see if that makes sense." The little boy goes off and has a little think. Later that night, he hears his baby brother crying, so he gets up to check on him. He finds that the baby has severely soiled his diaper. The little boy goes to his parents' room and finds his mother sound asleep. Not wanting to wake her, he goes to the nanny's room. Finding her door locked, he peeks through the keyhole and sees his father having sex with the nanny. He gives up and goes back to bed. Now, the next morning, the little boy goes to his dad. You know what? I think I understand the concept of politics now. Father says, good son, tell me in your own words what you think it's about. Little boy replies, well, while capitalism is screwing the working class, the government is sound asleep, the people are being ignored, and the future is in deep sheet.
It's good.
Smart kid.
It's
smart
good.
kid.
Yeah.
Smart kid.
It's very, very good. Right, 5 surgeons were talking about their favourite patients. The first surgeon says accountants are the best to operate on because when you open them up, everything on the inside is numbered. The second surgeon says, nah, librarians are the best. Everything inside them is in alphabetical order. The third surgeon says, you have to operate on electricians. Everything inside is colour-coded. The fourth surgeon smirks and says, I prefer lawyers. They're heartless, spineless, and gutless, and their heads and butts are interchangeable. After quietly listening to the entire conversation, the fifth surgeon pipes up and says, I like engineers because they always understand when you have a few parts left over at the end.
Funny until you're there like...
Yeah, it's like when you put together a bookcase or something, you know, and you're like, got these bits here. Yeah. It's kind of looking fine though.
And you're like you go, oh, I missed page 4.
Yeah.
You go, you'll be all right.
It's still standing. It's all good. You know what I mean?
It's meant to be a TV cabinet, but it looks like a bookcase. Yeah. Road construction crew. Boss, we forgot our shovels and we're an hour away from the shop. Boss, don't panic. I'll have your shovels delivered. For now, you can just lean on each other.
Mate, in this country.
Yeah, for real, mate.
In this country, you'd be lucky to see the road construction crew.
Man, tell you what. You know.
Yeah. Right, anyway.
Potholes, yeah.
I digress. Why did the baker have dirty hands?
I don't know. Why did the baker have dirty hands?
Because he needed a poo. Squelch, squelch.
Oh, that's sticky stuff, man.
Yeah.
The first test tube baby was growing up and questioning things. She asked her mum about her dad. Things like how tall he was, how big, what colour eyes he had, his nationality, age, etc. All her mum could say was, I don't know, because everything was anonymous back then. So the little girl finally inquired, well, can you tell me anything about my father? Her mother hesitated for a moment and said, well, honey, one thing I know for sure is your father was a real jerk off.
A real jerk off.
A real jerk off. And then the kid went and climbed glass. That's what I don't know. He used to say that at school. You know, how do you know if someone was a test tube baby? Yeah, they could climb glass. I was like, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
They don't grow a baby in a test tube and they climb out. Anyway, that was another episode of Thank you for joining us, Nick, man, and thank you guys for the jokes. howtokillanhour.com/jokes is where you can send them to. Let's ease off on the Christmas ones. We've got a little while for that. We've probably already had some fireworks ones in that are coming out, but again, you don't, Nick. It was best we just don't, bro.
Really?
Best honestly. It just doesn't get any worse than Halloween, and if we did do the bonfire light jokes, they'll be even worse. So let's just stick to our regular jokes for a little bit. But thanks, Nick Bright, man. Where can we find you online, bro?
The best place is on my Insta, just my name, Nick Bright. No letters, no underscores, no complicated-ish, just my name.
Love it, man. And you can find us at How to Kill an Hour everywhere, and I'm at Marcus Bronzy, MarcusBronzy. We'll see you next time.